Hey folks, this is Shane. Thanks for watching this video. Week 3 of me doing these weekly vlogs, so the streak continues. Out for a little hike this morning, and just thought I'd give you a little update on how things are going, mainly with my amateur radio goals for 2024. Summits on the air. I said I'm going to get back into that and try to do a minimum of one per month. Obviously, the more I can do, the better. It is second to the last weekend in January, and I haven't done an activation for January yet. First week too busy with the holiday stuff. And then we got a taste of cold weather, finally. It's been single digits and whatnot, talking Fahrenheit here. And for me, that's just a little bit too cold for summits on the air. Because, as you may know, summits on the air, the rules are a little stricter than parks on the air. I can't be in a vehicle, so I would be either exposed to the elements, or I'd have to bring my some type of shelter with. So I typically don't do summits on the air if it's colder than 20 degrees Fahrenheit. I do a lot of stuff like, hiking right now, but I'm moving and all that kind of stuff. I just don't want to go through the extra effort and the extra risk, especially of messing around when temperatures get too cold. A couple SOTA points aren't worth frostbite for me, so I tend to not do that. But if things keep cold, there is basically a drive-up spot that's not too far away from me. I can bring the ice shelter with, and that'll be next weekend, which I think is Winter Field Day, so that'd be appropriate. But I think next weekend is supposed to be up in the 30s Fahrenheit, so plenty comfortable for that kind of stuff for me anyways. So that's where that's going. I'm gonna spend a fair amount of time on the SOTA website. Such an awesome website for applying out summits on the air activations. I got a few trips planned for this summer where there's some state parks fairly close to me that I've never been to that have a few smaller summits in them along the Mississippi River on the border of Wisconsin and Minnesota down in the southern part of our state. So that I'm looking forward to, because there's some not high point value summits, but a little challenging to get to, so that'll be fun. Then the main goal that I've been working on is CW, and I'm happy to say I'm making more progress. The morning routine of doing at least 10 minutes of practice using the Learn CW Online website is starting to take hold. I have not been perfect on it. I don't do it every day, but my rule when it comes to a lot of my good habits I'm trying to form and routines, a lot of other self-improvement type stuff, missing a day is acceptable and unavoidable. Sometimes life happens or something gets in the way, but missing 2 days in a row is not acceptable. So that's kind of my rule for that kind of stuff. Like getting outside and getting my exercise in like this is, I can skip the day but never two. So I started doing that, and it's kind of a good feeling. Was it like Wednesday this week? My morning got away from me. I was running late. I had to go into the office, and I just skipped into CW. And then Thursday, wash, rinse, repeat, right? Same thing. Running late. I actually got to the door and I said, nope, I'm going to do it right now. So I went back, took the extra 10 minutes, still on time for work, and pounded it out. Because just like the day before, my thought was, I'll do it when I get home or before I get to bed. But of course I never did. So it's like, nope, I'm thinking about it. I haven't done it. I'm going to do it. So I guess that's my advice for anyone trying to establish goals or habits or what have you. It's okay to have a skip once in a while, but do your best to not skip it twice. Because that's how you keep the habits, and the good habits and the good routines moving forward. So there you go, life coach. Haha. So along with that, on that Learn CW Online, I'm progressing through the lessons pretty well. I think at the end of last week I was on lesson 11. So I had 11 characters of the 40 I've been working on. Now I'm up to 15. And the most impressive part about that is I kept a couple days stuck on 11. Using the Koch method, whichever way you want to pronounce it, kind of like Quebec. The lesson when I got to the L's and the P's, those L's and P's tripped me up like there's no tomorrow. I think a lot of people who have been using the Koch method for learning CW are nodding their head. It may not be L's and P's, but you get some combination where you just cannot get them straight, and it just frustrates the heck out of you. I had that earlier. I can't remember what letter sequence it was, but it made me just stop for months at a time. And I did what I did before with the L's and P's, where I would listen to just the L for 5 minutes and just the P for 5 minutes. And I started doing the lessons, and I still get them mixed up, and I got frustrated. I finally said, let's move on. And I moved on to the next lesson. I started focusing on that character. And without me hyper-focused on the L's and the P's, over time they just started to fall in place and I could distinguish them. So I guess that might be a tip for somebody that's hung up on getting two characters mixed up, is to just don't worry about it too much and start focusing on something else and just come back to it, or just let it be and it'll fall in place. Obviously I'm not a CW master, but I'm just sharing what I've learned as I learn it. If you find some use to that, awesome. If not, well, then you didn't. So that's where it's going. I've updated my Ham Alert. I don't have a lot of people on Ham Alert, but I have a few people who I associate quite a bit with. Summits on the Air and Parks on the Air, and they all seem to have me on their Ham Alerts, so I'm going back. It's just kind of a fun way to keep track of the friends I've made on this, to be able to throw out a call to them. Now, I don't have everybody. There's some that are out there all the time that it's almost a given that I can chase them if I want to. And a lot of times I just don't, because I've made contact with them a dozen times and they always have a huge pile up. So, and a lot of them are, the YouTube famous guys. So I just stay out of their way. Let them work other people that possibly haven't worked them yet, that kind of stuff. So I don't know why I'm even bringing that up, but I'm just rambling like I do on these vlogs. And looking at the timer, is 9 minutes and 30 some seconds. So yeah, I'm keeping at it. Thank you all for your support. I've gotten a lot of encouragement and tips on CW, which I've taken all very seriously. And I've gotten some people saying that I'm helping to inspire them. So it's going both ways, which is awesome. So catch y'all later. 73.